Well, our auger setup isn't very sexy, but we got the job done. Not very well, but we got it done. Looks like we got a small leak. Another little leak. Need some more duct tape. Well, we're broke down already. The auger quit turning. This shaft is turning, so we're thinking something happened inside of this chain case. So we're going to take it apart and see what we got. You got a bucket? Oh, they have it magnet today. There's a problem. Well, Dad's gonna go get some parts to fix that. I got enough in here to get started. The wind is supposed to pick up, so I kind of want to get rolling here. I'm gonna do a little bit, make sure this thing's gonna work out all right while he gets the parts, and when he gets back, maybe I'll help him throw it together real quick and we can top off. Gotta engage the chain doohickey with this lever. That drops the chain down on the drive sprocket. That runs the floor chain. PTO runs the spinners. So, hop up here, turn the PTO on. Now I need to be running at a constant 1000 RPM. That way my spinners run the correct speed. We can probably slow that down just a touch. Oh wait, no. We're okay. Floor chain is spinning. Bump up a couple gears. And we're doing it. We got fertilizer coming out. That's good. Got something I forgot to do. I need to turn my recording on. Recording source, that. Record. Okay. I want a coverage map so I can see where I've been, and since this thing doesn't use any hydraulics, I have to turn the coverage on and off manually. So I just want to have coverage so I don't overlap and make sure I get everything covered. 30 acres done while he was gone, and I'm getting sort of empty. I'll give him a hand, see if we can get this thing put back together and fill the spreader back up.
But he couldn't find any.
Let's see if that works. Shit.
That one's popped. Dang it. I suppose I ought to change that one too. Think?
We got stuff for it.
I got another connector.
Oh yeah, you better. Because it'll snap.
Dang it. I had everything but 60.
Yeah.
Had 50, had 60 heavy, had 80, had them 520 or whatever for the feeder house.
I'll grab some bolts, I guess. Put that in.
See if you can find an Allen wrench to get these plugs out.
expensive oil.
That's all he had.
Oh well.
And I forgot it, and I wasn't going to go back to Grandpa's.
And we're all topped off back here in the field. Throw the PTO on, rev her up, and away we go. So I guess I didn't really explain what happened. The chain broke in that chain case, so Dad was able to go find a couple. Well, he actually found a connector, and thankfully he brought 2 extra connectors because we found 2 broken links once he got back. So we put 3 connectors in the chain. There's actually 2 links that were starting to crack through, so hopefully it can get us through the day. And then if we use that auger again next year, we'll have to replace the chain in it. So we got that put back together, got filled up, and here we are. So ideally we would have liked to have had this nitrogen done already, but basically the whole month of March it just rained. Never got fit. So here it is, April 14th, and we're getting the nitrogen on. A little bit later than we like to, but our wheat got planted later, so we had a little bit more time in the spring to get the nitrogen on it. I guess the wheat's not too big yet. So here we are. I think I explained this last year in the video, but in the past when we grew wheat, we just used liquid nitrogen, and we sprayed it on when the wheat was dormant, so while the ground was still froze. That way you didn't burn it. A few years ago when we started growing wheat again, I wasn't able to get my nitrogen on the field because we didn't get a good freeze, and by the time the field got fit, wheat was out of dormancy, so we couldn't spray the liquid. So I ended up using urea, and I just kind of felt like it was a better product for the wheat. It stuck around longer. You didn't have risk of it running off on that frozen ground if it didn't thaw, you know, within a few days or a week or whatever. So we just kind of stuck with the urea. And the other thing is the urea is a lot cheaper than the liquid that we could get locally. We're pretty close to the Illinois River, and by close I mean a couple hours away, but close enough that we can go up there to the terminals and get urea right off the barge, basically. Not right off the barge, but out of their warehouses. They get it off the barge, and they are a pretty competitive market, so that helps us out. I enjoy this job. It's probably up there one of my favorite jobs on the farm. I don't get to do it that much. Up until I bought this thing, we didn't really spread any of our own fertilizer. Just every once in a while we'd have a one-off thing we'd have to use the buggy from FS for, but now we do this urea every year. I'd like to get into spreading all my own fertilizer, but it just comes down to manpower and having the time to do it, so we'll see. If I do end up spreading all my own fertilizer, I would like to upgrade this thing to hydraulic drive with a rate controller, because the way this thing is, you have to engage it, and then the only way to disengage it is to get out and disengage it back there with that lever that raises the chain up and down. So when I turn around on the end, it's still putting product out, so it's inevitable that you're going to waste some with this setup. If I had a rate controller, I could turn it on and off from the cab. And if I wanted to get real fancy, I could set up swath control or section control, and then the tractor would just do everything for me. So we'll see what I can come up with. But it would also be nice to variable rate too, but now we're really getting fancy. Time to fill up again. Chain broke on the auger again. Thankfully I was able to get pretty much full before it broke, so I should have enough to finish. Got some visitors. Hi buddy.
Eric, can you say hi?
Say hi YouTube. He's camera shy. Yeah, we're riding on a tractor. What color is it? What kind of tractor is it?
Yeah.
Is it John Deere? That's a field. Well, I'm done. Just driving through the CRP over here. Looks like Dad was working on the auger. Hopefully he got that fixed. I think we'll try and empty that truck out while we're here. That way we don't have to come back and get what's left. Still got a 30-acre field to spread. I'm probably not going to be able to do it because I have a prior obligation. So maybe Dad will want to finish that tonight. There's rain coming this weekend. Today's Friday, so yeah, tomorrow and Sunday I think is supposed to rain, which would be perfect. Wash this urea in. You don't have to worry about it going anywhere. I've been seeing a lot of pheasants in here. That's a good thing. That's what this CRP is for. Chased 4 of them out just on my little drive over here. Well, he got it fixed. He said there's some teeth broke off the sprocket, so see if we can get this thing empty, but that might be the last rodeo for this auger. Both times that the chain broke, the auger was half full, so all the weight's at that end, and it tipped down, so I had to use the tractor to hold the auger down so I could drive out from underneath it. Then it broke and it filled our hopper all the way full, so we just shoveled some out into the loader bucket so that auger will sit down in there a little bit better.
This bolt too. Crap.
Well, broke the shear bolt. I found a bolt. It's one size too big. Dad says he's got a drill bit. We're just gonna drill it out.
Oh, I don't know if I can drill that or not.
No.
Well, we'll junk that screwdriver.
Okay, so we can't drill it. It's pretty hard stuff. So we're just gonna shove a screwdriver in it. That's our next option. See if that works.
As long as we got enough room. It'll be close. I can't go that way. Doing it like that. Slow.
Probably not gonna work great, but well, it's worth a shot, I guess. Stand over here.
Break it.
Well, see how long that lasts. I've used screwdrivers for a hitch pin before, but I have not used it for a shear bolt, so this is a first for me. Well, our auger setup isn't very sexy, but we got the job done. Not very well, but we got it done. Might have to look for a new option for next year. Well, the screwdriver held. Doesn't even look like it bent it. Alright, last thing I gotta do is right across the road here we have a ½ acre of grass hay patch. It's kind of a pain in the butt, to be honest, but the reason why we have it is, I don't know if you can see here, but this road used to go straight, and at some point in time they made it curve. So some of my grandpa's land ended up on this side of the road, specifically a ½ acre. And we used to actually rent the rest of this field. There's like 15 acres here, and the ground sold, so we don't farm it anymore. so we farmed it all together. But we don't really want to farm a half an acre. It's just too small, so we ended up putting it in grass hay. So Dad told me to spread a little bit of urea on it since we're right here. Won't hurt anything. Yeah, we'll get this spread real quick. Then I'm going to take the tractor to Dad's house, and I'm going to be done for the night. I think he might finish up the rest of the wheat that we got to spread. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. Done with that half acre. Got my PTO off. Don't need that anymore. Here we go. Well, I think that's going to do it for this video. Got that 130 acres spread, so that's a good job done. We want to get that done before it rained this weekend. So I think it worked out just right. If we can get a little shower on that urea, wash it in the ground, and it should be nice and ready for that wheat to take it up. So that's it for this video. I said that already. Where was I going with that? Oh, it's been a really nice week. It's been in the 70s and 80s all week, so we kind of took a break from the planter. It's just about done. We decided to use this nice weather to get some outside stuff done. So after we get this little shower, probably next week, we'll get the planter ready to go. Just got a couple things to button up on it, and then possibly start planting, depending on how much rain we get. I'm kind of hoping for a nice ½ inch or 3/4 of an inch would be fine. It should soak in nice, and maybe we can start planting corn next week. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.